Hey guys, welcome to today's live stream. I'm so glad to see you guys back. Every Sunday we hang out here, we do a little unboxing, a little chat, a little hangout, so we can both get to know each other. Yeah, if you guys are new to my channel and you don't know who I am, my name is Jensine, and otherwise known as Jungle-Naps. So yeah, all things beauty over here. I do a lot of product reviews. I do a lot of makeup looks, favorites videos, all that kind of stuff. So today I'm going to be chatting with you about some of my recent purchases, and then I'm also going to be continuing the series of my makeup collection. So today we're going to be talking about my setting powder collection that I've got here. Now, if you are in the live stream, you're watching this live, go ahead and say hi. I've got the chat pulled up here. If you haven't told me in past live streams, I'd love to know, where are you from? Where are you watching this from? I am originally from California and I moved to Vermont. So I'm in like very close to Burlington, Vermont right now. So yeah, today is Mother's Day, you guys. If you're a mom, happy Mother's Day. All moms are just, yeah, my mom is all the way back in California. I miss her a lot. I talked to her earlier, but yeah, I know. I'm like 30, you guys, so it's like sad. I miss my mom. I wish I could hang out with her. Okay, so before I start showing you guys some of the stuff, I just want to, ask you guys a question. I would love to know what products, well, I have two questions. What products, number one, have you been loving that you purchased semi-recently, like the last month or two, that you love, and share that in the chat. And then also let me know what setting powders you love. Like, what have you been loving? What's your holy grail or a new setting product that you've tried that you really like? So yeah, share that. So we've got two people up in the stream right now. Hey guys. Hope you guys are having a good day. So let me pull up the chat right here. I'm just gonna say hi, just to kick this thing off. I know some of you guys are kind of shy up in here. I would also like to know, I want to say this every stream, if something doesn't look right in the stream, please let me know. If the sound is off, if the video is off, because I do use a live streaming broadcast software and it's a lot different than what I use to film my YouTube videos, my regular ones. So sometimes, it can be a little bit tricky, but let me know if anything looks off. Okay, so first up, I want to share with you guys the first thing that I bought. So, let me, fun little story time. I went to Montreal for the first time, like a couple days ago, and it's really close to Vermont. Like, it's a 2.5 hour drive, and it was really cool. So I do speak French. I used to be almost fluent, but I come from a French-speaking family. My family's from Haiti, and yeah, like I said, I used to almost be fluent in French because I took it in school, and since it's been like 15 years since I stopped taking French, so I was a little nervous because in Montreal they speak French, and I was really surprised. I was able to read all the road signs that were in French because I went by myself. So I was like, oh crap. But I was way too shy to speak French and with the cashiers or everyday interactions, because I don't think my conversational French is where it used to be, you know what I mean? Oh, so we got some people up in the chat. Auntie Frugal sends some love. And Chanel, I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you, girl. Same to you. If you're a mom or to your mom, to all the women out there, happy Mother's Day. So I went to Montreal, and in Montreal they have a big Sephora. It's bigger than the one they have in Burlington, because we have one of those Sephora not Sephora, what am I saying? It's the JC Penney's with the Sephora inside of it. And if you've ever been to one of those, they're a lot smaller. I mean, of course, you know, and they don't have as many of the bigger brands. So it was nice to go to Montreal because then I got to like go to, you know, a bigger Sephora. And I went and I got this little concealer here. This is from It Cosmetics. It's the Bye Bye Under Eye. And it's, I mean, it's not new, but I've been wanting to try it, and this is the shade Deep, and it's a full coverage concealer. It has anti-aging products in it, and it's waterproof. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand and show you guys, because a little bit goes a long way. Like, I don't even know. Oh, you can see it right here, right? And when I spread it, like, girl, it's a lot. It looks really light here, but I mean, it's not that light. It's nice enough to go with my Fenty Beauty foundation in the shade 420. This is, you know, a good one. And I think they have a shade that's deeper than that. Colin and Shantae says hi. Hey, what's up? Nice to see you guys in the chat. What's up? So I did try this concealer. I tried it yesterday for the first time, and it's a thick concealer. Like, it is, I mean, I don't want to say thick in a bad way. It's good because if you like full coverage, like I do have dark circles under my eyes. A lot of my like light to medium coverage concealers don't really cover my dark circles a lot, so it's really nice to use those full coverage ones. So it was thick in a way that it totally like covered everything up, and it's creamy. So if you have dry skin under your eyes, I think this will be really, really good. I think this is probably good for mature skin as well. I don't like saying that because it's like, I don't know, I feel like that sounds bad, like mature skin, but whatever, you know what I mean? If you've got a little bit of some fine lines, I think that's a great concealer. So if you guys have watched previous live streams, I always forget my makeup wipes, but today I brought them. So let me show you guys what else I got. I didn't like go crazy at Sephora, but I just got a couple things that I probably would have had to order online because I can't get them at my local Sephora. So the next one, this is, it looks so tiny over here, the Mini Sunset Palette. So I was at Sephora and I was like, okay, this is my one chance to look at the Natasha Denona palettes, you know, the big ones that she has, and see what they look like in person. Because you can look on Instagram and you can look on the website, but I don't know, I feel like sometimes they look different in person. So I looked at the Sunset palette and I was like, damn, what is it, like $129? I was like, you know, this doesn't really look like it's worth $129. I know a lot of you guys probably have that, well, some of you guys, but you know, and no shade, I just felt like I have so many eyeshadow palettes, I couldn't justify it to myself because it's not like I would use it every day, you know what I mean? But I saw this little, in the little walkway that, you know, leads up to the cash register where they have all those little goodies. I saw this little mini one here, and it was like $30. So I was like, okay, I could do $30, you know? So cute. It's not like it's anything revolutionary, but I really wanted to see what the formulation of the eyeshadows were like, because listen, I'm an eyeshadow palette collector, okay? I love me a good eyeshadow palette. So I was like, ooh, I wonder what the formulation is like. And it's pretty good. So I'm gonna swatch these for you guys. I feel like these are colors you can wear to work. They're like standard colors, and I don't regret my purchase at all. So Jessica Ross is up in here and she said, hi, hey girl. It's nice to have you up in here. Welcome. Okay, so do these have names? I believe they do. I think this one is Halo. Wait. It's like the worst. Okay, I think this is Halo. Or maybe it's Guava. Nope, it's Halo. They're not really clear about which shade is what. So that's Halo right there. The next one here, oh my gosh, this is like, if you love golden, like golden bronze under eyes, bring it up here so you guys can see. It's kind of out of focus up there, but you get what I'm saying. This one is Apollo, or no, sorry, Sunbeam. I keep reading it the other way. Then we've got a really nice, this one can be like an outer corner or a transition depending on what your skin tone is. And it's a really nice matte. It's called Dirty Mars. So right there. And I really like that too. Then we have this really nice, it's like a nice cranberry color. And I feel like this is like a super popular shade. Something like this right here. Super pretty. And I'm just curious, any of you guys watching this, do you guys have Natasha Denona palettes? I mean the eyeshadow palettes. I have her highlighters, and a little side note right here. This, the Diamond and Blush palette, I did a review. This is a really great highlighter palette. And it depends on your skin tones. You might be able to use the blushes. I'm not too big into the blushes that she offers there, but the highlighters are bomb. Okay, so the last one here, this one is Guava. And, oh, this is like super light. Well, it's not really, but it just won't rub off on me. So this is more of a transition. You probably can't see it, but that's how I like my transitions. I like them to kind of look like my skin tone because they blend, like whatever shadow I add on top, they're gonna help blend it and make it look better. I don't know how to properly explain it, but I like transitions to be similar to my skin tone. So it's a really cute palette. Like I said, it's nothing like drastically different, nothing that you haven't seen before. But I felt like it was like a really good way to ease myself into Natasha Denona, you know what I mean? Without having that heavy price tag. NYC Chocolate says, good afternoon, sis, and happy Mother's Day. Oh, thanks. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. To all the hardworking mamas in the world. Okay, so the next one, I'm really excited about this. This is from Artist Couture, and I have a couple of their highlighters already in my little stash over here. The ones that I have are from the Jackie Aina collection. I have La Peach and La Bronze, and I did a review on those too. And this one, I saw their little, you know, like setup at Sephora, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. They're finally selling their products at Sephora. Because Artist Couture used to be just online. And this one is Illuminati, and I'm trying to get enough so I could give you guys a great swatch. And this highlighter, I don't know if it's gonna do justice on my hand right now, but it is a beautiful one. So you can either go lightly to have like a nice highlighted shade. It doesn't look that nice right now, but I swear it's beautiful if I could blend it. Anyway, I'm not doing it justice, but it is really beautiful in person. If you want to see what it looks like, I think I might still have it up on my Instagram stories. If you guys follow me on Instagram, it's just at Jungle Naps. And yeah, it's really nice. Super, super beautiful on deeper skin tones. If you like a champagne-y yellow kind of highlight, like a loose highlighter, you're not scared of loose highlighters, then this is a really, really good one. So up in the chat, Jessica Ross says, I would love one, but she's a bit expensive, but they look gorgeous. So yeah, you're talking about Natasha Denona. She is pretty pricey. It's definitely something to put like on your birthday wish list or holiday wish list, you know what I mean? Get something, or when you want to treat yourself. But I do have to say, I think that the quality is up there, you know what I mean? Auntie Frugal says, I don't have any of those. I mostly use BH Cosmetics. BH Cosmetics has some great stuff. They are so affordable. I think a couple weeks ago I showed their eye lights, the liquid eyeshadows that they have, which are super pigmented. I love, love, love those. And Shantae says, I don't even know how to use eyeshadow. Girl, you gotta practice, okay? Hey, I used to be the same way. Like 4 years ago, I could barely do my eyeshadow. So I'm a late makeup bloomer. So I think you can do it too. I used to, when I was in high school, I think the last time before I started learning makeup, I remember the first time I bought makeup, I was 13, and I bought, I went to MAC, and I bought, you know, one of their little single pan of eyeshadows, and I bought a bright lavender one, like almost as bright as this background, okay? I had no idea what a transition shade was or how to like deepen your crease, none of that. And I would just put the bright lavender on my eyes. I was a mess, okay? But just practice. Practice always makes perfect. You know who has really good eyeshadow tutorials? Okay, not everybody likes her, but Jaclyn Hill, like the old videos that she used to do, I mean, that girl loves herself a mean eyeshadow look, and she's great at explaining stuff. So if you want to learn just general placement, that's a good place to start. Oh, Mary says, I need help with eyeliner. Girl, don't we all sometimes? I know, eyeliner is pretty hard. And if you have hooded eyes, it definitely takes a lot of practice, I will admit. I like to use, do I still have that right now? Oh, I like to use like pot eyeliner sometimes, the black ones. And I know that that can seem pretty like intimidating, but if you have, oh my goodness, do I have one here? Oh, here we go. Okay, I just cleaned my brushes. If you get the Sephora, it's their angled brush. It's supposed to be a lip brush, but I use it as an eyeliner brush. Sephora Pro number 84. And it's just got this like angle, if you can see it here, and it's really good for making that wing if you want to. P Punter says, Happy Mother's Day, ladies. Aw, I love you guys spreading the Mother's Day love. Auntie Frugal says, oh, the mistakes we make. I know, I did survive that, my eyeshadow struggle. So I'm just saying, you know, we could all come back. We could all do big things after we make some mistakes. Okay, so I think, is that all that I got? Yeah, so that's all that I got from Sephora. I only got like 3 things because, you know, I mean, you could easily rack up over $100 at Sephora with 3 things. It's, yeah, but I do want to share my setting powder collection. So I have a lot of powders. I have a lot. First, I need some water. And I think just to check in, just let me know if everything looks good on the video, if the sound, everything is good, just so I know if I need to fix anything. Let's get into the first one. So the first one is kind of a new love in my life. This one, it's from Milani, and it's their translucent, the Make It Last setting powder in the shade translucent medium to deep. So when you open it up here, I don't want to like spill any, but you can see that it's a pigmented setting powder. This is something that I would use either all over my face or like everywhere that I've applied concealer. So you can use it to set your concealer, like in these high points here, forehead, chin, stuff like that. And it's really, really nice for like the finish. It doesn't look powdery at all. I use, when I set under my eyes, because someone did ask me what brush I used the other day. Maybe it was like a week ago actually. But I used the Kat Von D setting brush, and I've had this for like a year and a half, maybe more, 2 years. And I always talk about her brushes, but I think that they're great quality. They've never shed on me. They're like a mid-tier range brand, so you're not gonna get like a drugstore prices, but I feel like the quality is there. I wash them all the time. They're great and they stay so freaking soft. But what I love about it is it just deposits it like the right amount. Like it's not too powdery where, you know, it just makes your under eyes look cakey. Like that's never a cute look. So anyway, I really, really like this one, the Milani Make It Last. This is the shade 02, and they do have a deeper shade if you're, you know, a little bit more melanated or something and you want a deeper shade. Oh, also, I'm thinking about doing a video where I compare this one. I do like a comparison on one side of my face, you know, like on this side I would do the Milani, and on the other side I would do the Laura Mercier, because, you know, it's a pretty popular concealer. And I'm kind of curious myself, like how do they stand up to each other, you know? But yeah, let me know if you guys like that idea. I'm totally down to do that. So the next one, this is a setting powder that I don't like. I bought this for a review like a year ago and I don't think I've touched it since. This is the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. And I remember from the time I did this video, so many people love this powder, but it just didn't really work out for me. And I mean, you can tell because it's all like nice and not used. But when you open it up, I mean, look, it's an okay powder. I think the problem for me, I have two problems with this one. First of all, the undertone with this powder isn't right. I have a goldeny undertone, and this one's more of like a pinkish kind of finish to it. And then what else I don't like about this powder is when I put it under my eyes, oh my god, it clings to every single fine line. I mean, I look like I'm 80 years old. I don't understand why, but it just didn't work out for me. Auntie Frugal says, I love the Milani collection. Milani has some bomb stuff. Shantae says, every time I set my under eyes, I always look gray or washed out. I wonder if I have the right color concealer. I don't wear foundation. Is that a problem? I'm not sure if it might be your concealer. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to tell without seeing what it could be. It might be your setting powder. I mean, if the concealer looks fine before you set it, then I would think it's the setting powder. But yeah, I think I would have to see a picture to tell for sure. Next up, which everybody knows about this one, the Laura Mercier. This is the Translucent Medium Deep. And I went through a phase where I freaking loved this powder. I'm just going to show you guys. It's a beautiful shade. It's really nice for setting all over the face. I don't really like it for setting underneath the eyes because it looks too powdery on me, just my skin. But it is a really good one. I know a lot of people bake with this and they get beautiful results. And I think I have another Laura Mercier, don't I? I thought I did. Oh, okay. I actually bought when the actual translucent one was really popular, I bought this one. And I remember it was sold out at the Sephora that I lived close to at the time, and the girl was like, why don't you just buy the smaller size that's in the little, you know, the walkway up to the register. So I was like, okay. And she was like, honestly, it's gonna take you forever to use up a whole thing, so you might as well buy the smaller size. And she was right. Like, I still have a good amount left in here. So I'm glad that I didn't actually buy the big one. I don't like this one for like under my eyes. It just looks weird. I mean, I don't know. I don't really like that one. But moving on. Ooh, I've got some cool face powders that I want to show you guys. And just real quick, like, what do you guys like to use for your setting powders? Like, what do you use on your face? What works? I'd love to know, because, you know, I'm always trying to find out, like, I like expanding my collection. I like to spend money on makeup, so let me know what you're using. Oh, okay, so face powders that I want to share with you guys. Also, really quick, something that I just got into, I think I told you guys, oh, if you were around last weekend, last live stream, you guys would have saw like the brand Clove and Halo. This is their packaging. I showed you guys all the stuff that I got from them, and I love it's their mineral foundation. So I've got sensitive skin, and sometimes that can be really tough when it comes to makeup because some makeup products will enhance my texture. So texture and little hormonal breakouts here and there are my main skin concerns. So it's really nice when you can find a mineral foundation that is going to be great, well, obviously better for my skin, but also a lot of mineral makeup companies, they don't make stuff for deeper skin tones. So Clove and Halo, or Halo, however you pronounce it, they have some really great stuff. And the mineral foundation in the shade 12, this is the shade 12 here, and you can use this as a all over foundation, like if you just want to put concealer, do that, or to set your makeup. So I like to use it both. Last weekend I wore makeup and I wore this as like a powder foundation. It's so nice, and it does not sink into fine lines because some of you guys might know, I do have a problem with like smile lines. It's not bad or anything. I mean, I'm not like ashamed of my smile lines, but it's really annoying when makeup sticks in there. So a lot of you guys know I battle that with primers, but especially with like powders, sometimes they can just sink in there, you know what I mean? So this is really nice if you want to use it as a powder, just all over. It won't go into your fine lines, and it sets makeup really nicely as well. So love that. And Creation of a Divas has finally got to catch you live. Hey girl, I know. I always wonder, like, I try to schedule my live streams, like I can set it up on my end where it schedules, and if people, see it in time, they can set a reminder. But I always wonder if a lot of you guys get notifications, because I know some of you guys really want to join me. So I'm happy that you're able to come on here and join us. Okay. So next face powder, this one is from Black Radiant, and this is the pressed powder. Are you gonna tell me the shade? I think it's just called Bronze Glow. Is it? Yeah, Bronze Glow. So this is a nice, just all over face powder as well. Really good. Doesn't give you like that powdery finish. I don't like the cakey finish just because I feel like it makes me look way older than I am. Like I don't need to look 65 when I'm 30, like it's not a cute look. But this is a really good affordable powder as well. I think you can get this at like Walgreens if you're in the States. I have a couple MAC pressed powders. So out of the ones that I have, I think this one is my favorite. This is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Deepest. So this is really, really nice as well. Does not sink into your fine lines. I really, really enjoy it. And what else? This one is one that I had a while ago, and I don't really use it that much, to be honest, but this, you guys, like a few years ago, this was like my normal shade, not even my summer shade. It was my normal shade. I don't get out as much as I used to, but this is the MAC Pro Long Wear powder in the shade Dark Deepest. So this is a good powder as well. I like it. Next up, this is a powder that I bought right when I was starting to get into makeup. I don't really like it that much. It's the Makeup Forever Pro Finish in 178, and it's been used and abused. I'm holding it like this because I don't want it to fall. But as you can see, here is the shade, and it's okay. It does give a very, very powdery finish, which is why I don't really use it anymore. But I think if you're extremely oily and like maybe after like an hour or two, the cakiness will go away because your oils will come through, then I would say that this would be a great powder for you. And, ooh, I'm trying to get powder all over my hands. Oh, yay! Okay, so these next ones are from Dermablend. So I love the Dermablend their little like setting powder collection. I think they have some of the greatest ones. The loose powder, I'm going to show you what I use this for. So this is just the regular translucent one, and this one makes any like liquid, cream, whatever kind of makeup product, it will make it like transfer proof. So I will use like a Real Techniques brush, and typically now when I do my foundation, I will bring it down my neck and into my like décolletage area, because as you can see, like look, my face and my chest match, but my neck is actually, it's darker, and when I put foundation, like that difference just is like magnified. Gosh, got a lot of powder here. So when I bring it down my neck and into my décolletage area, I will put this powder, the translucent, on top, just so it won't like rub off on my clothes and like get everywhere when I want to hug people. So that one I really like. I think if you're a little bit lighter complexion, you can probably use it to set your face. That's just, I don't know why I don't use it. You could technically. It's not like it really has a lot of like color to it, especially if you want to make your makeup transfer proof. And the next one is same brand, Dermablend, and this is the warm saffron shade. So this is something that I would use for under my eyes or to set my whole face, but it doesn't have that same like transfer proof quality as this one does, the translucent one. I don't know why they just didn't make it that way. Yeah, but it's really, really good. And it provides just slightly a little bit more coverage, you know what I mean? If your concealer or your foundation isn't doing it for you. Creation of a Diva says, I love the matte one from Makeup Forever. Oh, that's cool. If you live in the Northeast, then that's something that you really need, because those hot, humid summers, shoot. I got to experience a little bit of that because Vermont is like, it can sometimes get, you know, humid, but not like New York, because New York is like no joke. I have a lot of family that lives there, and I used to spend my summers there. Whoo! It's like, why do you even take a shower? You're just gonna be sweating like as soon as you get out of the shower. Anyway, so the next one. Oh, Peep Hunter says, I want to try Dermablend. Yeah, you should definitely try it. I don't think you'll regret it. They have, like I said, great stuff. Then we have, this one is from Lancome. So this is probably, I think it's the only like high-end setting powder that I have. But I think that this one is really worth it. So it's the Translucent in the shade 500, and I believe I did a review on it last year. It's really good. This particular shade is a lot darker. I'm trying to open it without getting powder everywhere. If you guys can see. Basically, I love to use it for bronzing like the outer parts of my face. So I'll put it like here, and I'll also create, because I have a round face, as you guys can see, I like to put it in here, not contour, but just kind of like buff it in to create like a nice shadow in there. And it goes on so nice. It gives your skin, like the reason it's called translucence is because it gives you like, it has some reflective properties. So it makes your skin look really glowy. Not in an oily way because, you know, it's like powder, but like a subtle glow to it. I don't know, it's hard to describe, but it is a really, really good one. I'm waiting till I get a little bit darker this summer so that I can use it again. If this thing will ever close. The only thing that sucks about all of these loose translucent powders is the powder gets everywhere, girl. Everywhere. Auntie Frugal says, I'm in New York, you're so right. I know. That heat, man. Chi-Chi or Shy, whichever one that is. Sorry, I'm late. Oh, no problem, girl. And you live in Georgia and it's hot. Girl, I know. You know who I was watching the other day? Or no, not the other day. Earlier today. I'm sure you guys know her. Ellery. I was watching her Instagram stories and she was hanging out with her family and she was like already saying that it's like hot today. So I can only imagine it's May. you guys have a long summer ahead of you. Okay, so let's move on to other setting powders. I have a lot. Like, you guys wanted to see my makeup collection. It's almost like embarrassing how much I have. So this one is really nice. It's also really affordable as well. This is from Sephora. It's the, here, let me open it up. It's the Micro Smooth Powder. This one is in the shade Deep. I can't remember. I'm thinking they might have a shade that's deeper than this. I feel like they do. This is really good, but I will say that I only think you should use it to set around your face, but not under your eyes. Unless you have some oils in this area and you don't get the powdery look under your eyes. Because I found that it did kind of accentuate, you know, some dryness, but I haven't used it in the middle of summer yet. I'm going to experiment. But this one is really, really good. I know it's a lot of people's favorites. And you know who actually recommended this one to me? Alyssa, well, not to me, but in a video. I'm just pretending like she was talking to me. Alyssa Ashley. So she had a really great recommendation, and I do like this one. All right, so some of these setting powders, to be honest, these three I really don't use, but I figure maybe you guys are interested in checking them out, so I might as well mention them. This one is from Pure Cosmetics. I think this is their, what is it? It's their Mineral Glow. So it's powder foundation, but I mean, I guess it might be my shade now. I think when I first got this, it wasn't really my shade. They sent it in PR, and I was like, I just kind of put it to the side, like, okay, you know what? I'll try it when it actually matches me. So, I mean, I can probably use it now. But it's their Mineral Glow, and this shade is, there is no shade on here. I think, no, there's no shade. But this is what it looks like. Also, oh, so this next one is also from Pure, and it's their 4-in-1 mineral makeup, and it's also got SPF. So the reason I haven't used this one, they also sent it in PR, is because it has SPF, and I'm super allergic to chemical sunscreens. So, I mean, look, this shade does look light. The camera probably makes it look lighter than it is, but I'm sure like during a winter shade, during the winter, it might match like my under eyes, stuff like that. But yeah, it'll probably just make me break out, unfortunately. This next one is, I don't know, I really don't like this powder that much. It's the Bare Minerals Bare Pro. And this is what it looks like. I bought it for a review. Maybe it was almost 2 years ago at this point. Yeah, this summer it'll be 2 years. It's okay. If you use it alone, like, listen, it's not going to stop any oils. You will be very oily. That's what I didn't like. I kind of wanted something, if I used it alone, I wanted it to make me look matte, you know? But this is just a good kind of like all over set your face kind of a thing. This shade here is Hazelnut 25. So yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's not like my favorite powder. Then of course, I gotta have my backups of my Derma Blend. So I've got my backup of my Warm Saffron and my backup of my original, which is really nice. I got the chance to meet the Derma Blend, their team, last year, and they're really great people, and they really care a lot about their customers. And, you know, a lot of people that have like scarring that they were either born with or from surgery or stuff, they have like a really good foundation that's great for like, it's like full coverage, but it works for so many people that have, like I said, scarring or really bad pigmentation. So they are like so sensitive to people's needs, and that's kind of like refreshing, you know what I mean? So I really like their team. Oh, let's move on to some more affordable options. Oh, before we do that, Peep Hunter says, Pure made me look gray. Really? Ooh. I'm guessing maybe that was the mineral makeup, the 4-in-1. Ugh, I mean, I haven't really tried it, but that's not we never want to look casket ready. Okay, so affordable options. These ones I really, really, really like, and every time I do a video talking about setting powders, I'm always mentioning this one. So, well, these two. This one is the Maybelline Fit Me. So I have two shades. It's the loose finishing powder. I have Deep, which is the number 35, and you get a lot. You get a lot in here. I forget how much it costs, but a lot of powder. I use Deep number 35 for my high points of my face, so like under my eyes, my forehead, my chin, that kind of stuff. And then around my face, like kind of the bronzing, you know, areas that I told you guys about, I use the dark 40. So they look so nice, and I would say that they are a, where is it? They are a more affordable dupe of the translucents from Lancome. They don't have like that subtle glowy whatever kind of magic is in this one, but it's so smooth. There's like, it doesn't even look like you put powder on your face. So that's what I really love about the Maybelline Fit Me powders. All right, moving on. I have two that I really don't like. So, okay, these are both from Urban Decay, and I love Urban Decay, but sometimes they're definitely like hit or miss. So in this case, these two are like definitely a miss for me. This one is the Illuminizer Translucent Pressed Beauty Powder. So it's like a cream colored powder with some glitter flecks in it. And I don't really like my powders to be glittery, like my face powders to be glittery. I don't know, I just feel like that's not a place for this. But it just doesn't really like look right at all. I wish I liked it, but what you gonna do? Auntie Frugal says, yes, I love, or the Fit Me. I also like the foundation. The foundation is pretty good. When I first bought that foundation, I had a lot of problems with it making me look gray once I set it, but once I figured out the powders to use, and I like the Fit Me powders, I think work best with the Fit Me foundation, then I didn't have that gray problem. But yes, they are really, really good. Maybelline has got the drugstore on lock, okay? Oh, also, this one here is the Urban Decay Velvetizer. So I really liked the initial concept of the Velvetizer, because what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to be a powder that you put into your foundation that makes it matte. So if you have like a creamier foundation that's liquid, you mix a little bit of this powder in and it's gonna make it more matte, which in theory sounds amazing, right? Well, it just, like, nothing went right when I used this. So I used it in two instances. I didn't feel like when I mixed it, like, here's the powder, it looks like it's super smooth. When I mixed it in with my foundation, I didn't feel like it really made it look matte. I used the Cover FX. There, oh, I don't have it near me, but it's their like natural something something foundation, which is really good for the winter time because it gives you that dewy look, but in summer it can very much look greasy. So I was like, oh, that's a perfect foundation. It still really didn't do too much. And they also said that you can use this to set your face all over. When I set my face with this thing, it literally made me look like I was ready to go in the casket. So I didn't like that. And then when I went to go put my bronzers and everything on top, like nothing blended right. Like I couldn't get my bronzer to blend out, not patchy. Nuh-uh. So it's just sitting here collecting dust. I should throw it away, but I just hate to waste stuff or to throw it away. I don't know. The next one, oh, okay, this is another one of the Dermablend loose setting powders. I know. I mean, that shows you how much. I have 3 of them in the translucent color. Shows you how much I like that foundation or powder. Then, oh, this is another one of my favorites. So this is the Maybelline Master Fix Setting and Perfecting Loose Powder. So it's Oh wow, I just got a lot on my hand. It's a translucent powder, and I'm just gonna open it up. So when you look at it, I mean, it looks white. And if you're somebody, I mean, look how white it looks. Like, if you're somebody of my complexion, you might be like, ooh, damn, like, that is like flashback or Mary situation. But surprisingly, it actually blends really well. I haven't experienced any flashback with it or anything like that. I've been really lucky. It doesn't cling to fine lines. It's a really, really, really good powder. And we also have right here the NYX HD finishing powder. And I think I bought this for a video and I never used it again. As you guys can see, I have a lot of powder, so it just hasn't really been like my favorite. I don't even remember. I used it so long ago, maybe like July or August of last year, and I don't even remember what my thoughts were. So I have to try it again and see. But if you guys have tried this, definitely let me know, like in the comments. I would love to know what your thoughts are on the NYX translucent setting powder. Is it good? Does it give you flashback? Does it highlight fine lines? Because I don't even remember. It's kind of sad. And then this next one that I have here, I think if you're like an oily person or you live in an area with high humidity, then you'll probably love this. I bought this this setting powder when I lived in like Southern California, so it was already pretty dry during the summer anyway, so it didn't click with me. But I'm gonna wait till it's like a humid day here in Vermont and see how it works. But this is the Kat Von D translucent setting powder. I've seen a lot of people or people of color set with this, bake with it, all over face with it, whatever you want to call it. You get a lot of setting powder in here, like a lot. And Kat Von D, I found that a lot of her foundations are for like, not foundations, but products are for people with oily skin. I feel like they really love them the most. I feel like if you have dry skin, it's kind of like, you know, it'll only work in certain situations. And I have oily combination, so I'm like normal and then oily in my T-zone. But I really do like this for those times when you're in like a humid area, it's hot, you know, or my skin is acting up and it's just hella oily. But yeah, I only use this on certain occasions. So that being said, that was all of my setting powders. I'm trying to see if I have any. Oh, no, I have one more. I have to like show you guys. This one I'm obsessed with. This is the Fenty Beauty Universal Invisimatte Blotting Powder. So when you open it up, it looks super bright. But I love the packaging. I love that this powder never changes color. Like, even when my setting brush is dirty and I'll like dip it in here, it just always stays this color, and it goes on and it just sets everything, and it doesn't make my under eyes look dry. I can use it in the middle of winter, I can use it in the middle of summer, and it still performs the same. And I know a lot of people use this for blotting throughout the day, so if you like to blot with powder, then I think this is really good as well. But yeah, this is like my holy grail. I keep it separate from all of my other setting powders. Like, it doesn't stay in the drawer. Like, I gotta have it like right in my little bag over here. But it's a really, really good one. So let me see who's up here in the chat. How many people do we still have? We got 10 people up in here. Well, that is amazing. You guys, thank you for joining me today. I hope you guys really like these live streams. I always love coming here, talking to you guys, chilling with you guys. This has been a really great way to share my makeup collection with you guys. I definitely want to know, I've done, let's see, I've done foundation, I've done concealer, I've done setting powders. I do have a pretty large eyeshadow palette collection, so that's gonna have to be a long live stream. But I want to know, my biggest collections that I have are lip products and highlighters, and eyeshadow palettes. Those 3. So I've been kind of saving those because I know we're going to be together for a very long time and I won't be able to swatch all of them, but definitely let me know which ones you guys like the most. I would love to see that, or which one you want to see next. How about let's do that. You can tell me on Instagram, you can DM me on Instagram, you can tell me in some of my video comments. I would love to know. But as always, you guys, thank you for being here, for chatting with me. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my Sunday evening. I'm gonna go call my mama, tell her that I love her and that I appreciate her. And yeah, other than that, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video, which will probably be Tuesday. Yeah. Otherwise, have a good weekend, have a good Sunday, kick ass tomorrow at work or at school, and I'll see you later.